Hello, and welcome to the May edition of I'm Still In. This month, you should have received the spring edition of CSCA's retiree newsletter, which is sent to all our retirees 4 times a year. This issue includes a profile of the new District O director, how to protect against inflation, and one of our retiree members who recently had a school building named after her. There is also an article on how to avoid scams. As the story details, avoiding scams these days is a constant challenge. We are bombarded daily with fraudulent emails, phone calls, and text messages warning that your car warranty may expire soon, that you are in debt, or you need to transfer funds from personal bank accounts for many reasons, along with so many other scare tactics. Unfortunately, many of our retirees have been scammed. Your Retiree Unit Executive Board is no exception. Not too long ago, I received a call from Terry asking me about a text I had sent her. Certainly glad she checked, because it was not from me. It wasn't even my phone number. After we hung up, I received a text, supposedly from her. It wasn't her phone number either. A scammer had hacked into our board text thread and was busy texting our board members with the same message, supposedly from me, saying, "I'm in a meeting, but I need some help. Can you do me a favor?" I immediately sent out a text and an email warning the board about the scam. Unfortunately, Jill Scott was in a meeting at the time, got the scammer's text first, answered it, and is now out $100. They asked her for 2 $50 gift cards. Please, please, please be careful. I have since reported these scams to the Federal Trade Commission, or the FTC. We all have a responsibility to ourselves and others to report fraud, scams, and bad business practices as they arise to the Federal Trade Commission. All you have to do is contact the FTC at 1-877-382-4357 or ftc.gov/complaint. You can also contact the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation at 866-275-2677 or dfpi.ca.gov/contact-us. Please always check phone numbers and email addresses if you think something isn't right. Thankfully, I also have a lot of good news to share this month as well. June is rapidly approaching, which marks the end of the school year and many retirements that come with it. As your colleagues and friends enter this new chapter, I encourage you to give them a call. Share the many ways the Retiree Unit has enhanced your life and invite them to join us. I can send you an informational letter that I wrote for potential retirees to share my own perspective about what CSCA has done for me. Simply email me at mpenry, RUEB chair, @gmail.com with your request. After all, for a mere $3 per month, there are many benefits you can inform them that they will receive. Free college for them, their grandchildren, $5,000 life insurance, and more. So contact your former coworkers and let them know signing up is simple. All they have to do is complete the electronic application at www.csca.com/joinru. And while they are doing so, encourage them to sign up for the nonpartisan CSCA Victory Club, which helps raise vital funds to support classified-friendly candidates running for local, state, and federal offices. There are also other exciting opportunities on the horizon. CSCA's annual conference will be in Las Vegas, July 24th through the 28th. Please swing by our retiree booth in the vendor area and help support our Granny Grants. We will have some amazing one-of-a-kind prizes. In September, we will host our Retiree Leadership Conference, taking place in person at the Holiday Inn in Sacramento. Save the date, September 25th, 26th, and 27th. Stay tuned for more details on that. We have a lot in store for you. I want to share some important information concerning the upcoming election for the secretary position on the Retiree Unit Executive Board. Because of the coronavirus, the State Board of Directors has decided it is impractical to return to the regular method of secret balloting for the election as provided in the Association Constitution and bylaws, which involves in-person meetings for retiree unit councils. During their April board meeting, the board approved a waiver to allow council online voting. As has happened during previous recent elections, the board has taken action to elect members to the Board of Directors and the Retiree Unit Executive Board by online ballot. This will be the case for the upcoming RUEB secretary election as well. The CSEA approved online balloting service, Balloteer, will be used to manage the election, which is the same CSEA approved service used by all CSEA chapters and councils. I can assure you it is a secure, accurate, and convenient way to cast your ballot. The election notice, along with the appropriate information needed to cast an online ballot, such as your member username and password, will be mailed June 6th to each retiree member in good standing who is eligible to vote in the election and who has a mailing address on file with CSEA. The online ballot vote will be conducted by secret ballot for each council in the retiree unit. Members will have the opportunity to vote through June 16th. Should you have any questions, please contact your council president or district director. The results will then be certified during the July 13th RUEB meeting. There are so many ways you can be an active retiree. I am happy to introduce Ron Stone to you today. Ron has been a member, a regional representative, and huge part of CSEA for many, many years, and is now on the board of the California Alliance for Retired Americans, or CARA. Did you know that as a CSEA retiree, you are automatically a CARA member? Yeah, you are. You are because we pay dues so all of our retirees can belong and reap the benefits. Ron is here to talk to you about why retirees should get involved and how this organization helps retirees. Let's hear what he has to say.
I want to thank the retiree group and Martha and Carla for inviting me and having me on this production. When I was starting to do the agendas for the Retiree Council, we don't worry about wages, benefits, and working conditions. We worry about retirement. We worry about our CalPERS. We're concerned about our CalPERS, and CSEA keeps a good eye on that. But there's other issues that affect seniors that CARA can address, being it Social Security or any other issue. If you go to the CARA website, the first screen you'll see is a little flash up asking for your information. If you're a CSEA retiree member, CSEA has already paid the dues, so all you need to do is just fill it in and you'll start getting information from CARA. I'm amazed at the information I started getting from the American Alliance and from CARA. Very useful information. The friendships I've made in CARA and the friendships I have in CSEA really helped adjust my social calendar. A lot of times we got a little depressed in the COVID times, and it's nice to have contacts that have share the same feelings and concerns that we all seniors have. We'll do informational rally type things in front of a assemblyman or senator's office if it's an issue that we'd like them to be concerned about. CARA does not make any political endorsements for candidates, so we try to encourage all the candidates to attend and let the people in attendance decide. We do take positions on the propositions, and we'll vote on those, and we'll know if it's a good one for seniors or it's something that should go down in flames. And there's just a lot of things that if we choose to, we can get involved with. We have won some stuff on the housing for seniors, and it's hard when inflation puts people out of, or rent controls or whatever, and people have to suddenly relocate to another area they've never lived in because of the needs for housing. We give people contacts where they can get relocated in a new city and find out what they need. And it's hard if some greedy people are trying to raise the rent past what low income and seniors can live on, and they have to relocate from another city. That's sad. A lot of legislators are starting to pay attention more to the CARA members because we represent a huge group of retired people, and they don't like to hear from us all the time about issues that, most of their knowledge is probably from the more wealthy people, and they don't complain about it. So we give them a dose of reality for how we have to live. I know that CARA helped with street safety and timing of traffic lights, and seniors and people with canes can't make it across the street. So more and more areas are putting in their little safety islands in the middle of the road so you don't get run over. And that's just one example. They teamed up with a lot of groups on that one, but it affects all the seniors or all the disabled people. Oh, and that's another thing. CARA does work with disabled groups. We have a local group here in Reading that we get a lot of information from, and they get a lot of information from us. So it's a two-way street. And I never heard of that group until I got involved with CARA. The older I get, the more I don't realize what the next day might bring to me. And I kind of like to have as many contacts as I can if and when something happens. We have the lobbyists in Sacramento. We have the lobbyists in Washington, D.C. that work for us, the American Alliance and the California Alliance. And they work on a lot of issues that affect a lot of people. And I like that because the senior people are becoming a big part of the population. CARA and the American Alliance for Retired Americans, that's a big group, and they're starting to really perform. I like it, so I'll support them, and I encourage everybody else to get involved, and please log into their webpage, and you'll see what I'm talking about there. We are a good team. As CSEA and CARA work more and more together, we will succeed in a lot of issues. So thanks again for inviting me.
I hope you enjoyed having the chance to learn more about Ron, his involvement with CARA, and the benefits of being a member. Well, that's all for me this month. I look forward to sharing even more exciting news in July. After all, I may be retired, but I'm still in.